Hello everyone, this is Mike at Play Favorites. We're a friendly neighborhood toy store located in beautiful Front Royal Virginia. And this morning, my goal in life is to teach you how to play Final Touch, which is a game for 2 to 4 players, about ages 8 and up. Takes about 15 minutes per game to play. Now, if you're playing with 2 or 3 players, it's every player for themselves. But if you're playing with 4 players, the game gets really cool because you play the game in teams. Now, here's how to play. What you get in the box. You get a deck of large cards. Now, one side of each of these cards is going to show you an easel with a bunch of colors on it. The colors are also, each one is uniquely shaped, so you can play the game if you're colorblind. Above the easel, you'll see the number 4 there. That number is how many points you will receive if you win the card. The number 2 that you see in the corner is how many points you will get if someone other than you smears the card. And I'm going to let you know what smears means momentarily. You will also see 2 artists fighting with one another. The opposite side of each card shows you the completed piece of artwork, and each of them is based on a famous painting from real life. So those are the large cards. We're going to take one and put it face up by itself, and next to it we're going to take the rest of the deck and put that one face up over yonder. All right, now you also have a deck of little cards, and you begin the game by giving each player 4 of these little cards. On the little cards, each one comes in a different color. There are 5 different colors, and there are 12 of each color in the deck. Alrighty, here's how you play. Your goal is to be the first player to score 25 points or more worth of cards. How do you score points worth of cards? Well, every turn, you look at the cards in your hand. Well, actually, I think you start the game with 5 cards. I may be wrong, you should probably check that out. No, but it's 5. Alright. And every turn you can do one of 2 things with the cards in your hand. If you have cards which match any of the colors on the easel that is shown, we'll show you that again, right there. So if you have a yellow, a green, or any brown cards, you can play them on the improvements side of the card. So I have a yellow, I'm going to put it down there. So I have fulfilled the requirement for this card of 1 yellow. Now, in order for this card to be complete, there also needs to be a green and 2 browns next to it. If you do not have a card that can improve the painting to bring it closer to completion, then you can do what's called smearing the card. You can take a color that is not shown on the easel, and you can put it on the opposite side. Alternatively, as you can see, 1 yellow card is required to complete this painting. I've already played that yellow card, so in the future, any yellow cards that are played, like I'm about to do, that would be a smear. Every turn, you can either improve with as many cards as you want, or you can smear, but smearing you can only do with 1 card. Once your turn is over, you draw a couple more cards from the deck to replenish your hand back up to 5. Then it's the next player's turn. Again, they can either place as many cards as they want on the improvement side to try to complete the painting, or they can smear. Now, the player who plays the final improvement that completes the painting will get to take the card, turns it over. If you completed that painting, you would score 4 points. However, let's say you don't think you're going to be able to complete the painting, and you think that someone else will complete it before it comes back around to your turn and you'll have another chance at completing it. You want to smear that painting. As soon as 3 smear cards have been played next to the canvas, the player who plays the final smear doesn't get to keep the card. However, that card goes between the 2 other players in the game, and they split the value of that card. Now, why would you do that? Because maybe someone in the game is winning by a whole bunch. You don't want them to start winning by even more. So you can help them not get ahead you can prevent them from getting ahead by more points by smearing it 3 times. So this way, even if you don't get it, at least that player is not getting everything. So it's a real take that game. But the take that element, you can do it just to mess people up, but there's a good reason for really sticking it to people sometimes. Now, as soon as a card has been won, it goes in front of the player who won it. Everyone makes sure that they have 5 cards in their hand, and you move on to the next card in the deck. The player who won the previous card is going to start improving or smearing the next card. Now, as you can see, this card is a lot harder to finish than the previous card. This one you need 2 blues, 3 yellows, 1 pink, 2 greens, and 2 browns. Since this one requires so much more paint to complete it, it's worth a whole lot more points. This one is worth 10 points, whereas the previous card was only worth 4 points. You keep on going like this. If the deck of paint cards ever runs out, you just shuffle all the discards and keep going. First player to score 25 points is the winner. As a 2 or 3 player game, it's a lot of fun. It's not great, but it's a lot of fun. It only takes 15 minutes to play, which is a very nice play time. With 4 players, it's almost like a very simple version of bridge, and you can play the game in 2 ways. You can play that players are allowed to speak amongst themselves and tell each other what to do, what they have in their hands, because who knows, you might be bluffing at any given time. Or you can play it in a more quiet bridge style of gameplay where you are not allowed to say anything, and you hope that you are speaking to your teammate through the cards that you're playing on the table, so they will know when to smear, when to help you out, so on and so forth. So that is Final Touch, 2 to 4 players, 8 and up, 15 minutes per game. Pretty darn good. I would say good with 2 or 3, excellent with 4. This is Mike at Play Favorites. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more similar no-nonsense, quick and snappy reviews of board games, toys, and fun things for all ages, please like and subscribe. Thanks a lot and have a great day. Toodles.